T-shirt, back in the day with a nigga said though. I'ma slap your daddy out and then put him in the yard. Put a whole 100-pound rag by the shoe. That's a $250,000 on the head, job my nigga. Sick 'em. You and every nigga came with you. Go put it on the picture. Go put it on a T-shirt, back in the day with a nigga said though. I'ma slap your daddy out and then put him in the yard. Bulletproof whip with a blood up. Got some raw uncut, no blood up. Ever since you gained up the blood up, I don't give a fuck where you at, put the blood up. Bulletproof whip with a blood up. Got some raw uncut, no blood up. Ever since you gained up the blood up, I don't give a fuck where you at, put the blood up. Tuck it, watch it, love it, text. You ain't broke, shoot. Better, 100 burners. You ain't broke, shoot. All you none clips. You ain't shot, shoot. Spending money on it. You ain't shoot. Tuck it, watch it, love it, text. You ain't broke, shoot. Better, 100 burners. You ain't broke, shoot. All you none clips. You ain't shot, shoot. Spending money on it. You ain't shoot.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow.
That's probably a good idea.
We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Reaching for stars. I wonder where you are. Oh. Cause we want to. ice, fire and ice. Na 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 na. Wonder why you do those things. You know you got me going insane. Fire and ice, going in ties, cause we want to, want to. Why you go and play those games? Can we just cut to the chase? Fire and ice, we'll do it all night if you want to, want to. Cause this will be the last time that you're ever gonna love me. This will be the last time, cause our love is like fire and ice, fire and ice, fire and ice. Na 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 na. Fire and ice, fire and ice. Na 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 na. Cause our love is like fire.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome one and all to week 5 of the LAS Premade. We've got one hell of a show for you tonight because it's going to be Team Momus taking on ROTM, Return of the Middle Sticks, for those of you who don't know, in a best of 3 series. So, big night for ROTM as well, too. They need to find a win here in order to feel a little bit more comfortable finishing off this week 5, but it is going to be a banger nonetheless. So, without any further ado, these teams are ready to get go. We have Team Momus with the side selection first and have taken the red side, but I am going to pass it off to my lovely casters, Salt Spreader and Meliodas. So, lads, without any further ado, take it away to the draft.
Alrighty. Let's get this started, see how things go for game number 1 here. You know, ROTM, a well-known team here at Legends Esports, not faring the greatest as of now. Trying to pick up their first win here tonight. That means they are just hungry, though, hungry for that victory. Team Momus, on the other hand, they are down in the dumps as well, sitting at that 1 and 3. You know, they have a victory behind themselves right now, but this is trying for playoffs contention right here, right now. We should be getting ready to actually get going for bans and such.
Is Return the Middle Sticks 1 and 3 or 1 and 4 or 0 and 4?
0-4. 0 and 4.
Gotcha. So this could potentially give momentum to ROTM if they do pull out this series.
Definitely agree with that there, and we are getting into the first timers right now. Here comes the first ban coming up right here, right now, coming in from ROTM on the blue side. So, overall though, this is ROTM's week. They're looking to try and make something happen here. You know, it is week number 5. Playoffs are right around the corner. We have just peaked over that halfway point in the split, and Team Momus fighting for playoffs just as hard as they are, but they are going to take away that Nocturne as the first, and we'll wait to see what happens on the other side.
ROTM doesn't want any darkness now, so that's why the Nocturne pick or Nocturne ban would just be really good. It's definitely a good CC ability.
Also taking away that Kaisa from B-Pots. He's been playing quite a bit of that champ. Taking that away is definitely ideal for them. one of the stronger ADCs in the game right now. Tristana still viable, but the nerfs to Halo Blades did hit both those champions pretty hard. Not the hardest nerf per se, but still strong. And we'll see what comes up next.
Kaisa definitely is strong just because of items. Once they nerf the items that make her so good, I feel like she's just not going to see any play.
Definitely. And Lee Sin could be the lane singer or the Lee Sin in the jungle, taken away here from the side of TM, not wanting either Southern Warrior or Orochi to take that one on their playlist. But we'll see what comes up next here. TM looking to take away a couple more champs. Are they going to focus, some of the individual players, or are they just going to look for some overall meta bans? We'll see what comes up.
We all know that Pikley is I was just about to say the Vladimir.
Yep. There it is, that Vladimir. He's played a lot of that champion, and he's run amok around many leagues with that Vladimir. And ROTM they're gonna roll out their final ban here, see what they want to take away. It is gonna be that Victor taken away from Itenshi, getting rid of that very, very strong control mage that might not have the greatest laning phase, but scales like a monster, and also taking away the Mordekaiser from Pikley, one of his most played champs there.
You see the Victor ban, I would say it's just a mid lane ban, but I don't know with Southern Warrior. He's playing a lot of mid lane, so I don't know if he wants to take like the Victor or even just any of his mid lane picks into the top lane, so that might be a respect ban on his part.
Ooh. First pickup here for ROTM is going to be Matsuro's Thresh, and I got to see a lot of that last split. I was there the entire time. Matsuro popping off, making it to finals, doing so much work for his team on that Thresh pick. And we'll see what the response here is from TM. Morgana still on the table, still a strong jungler, but we'll see if it is going to be taken.
A good response here would be just a support and jungle here, just in response, but I don't know if they want to give jungle counter picks this early.
Definitely not. It is going to be that Nautilus, though, picked up here for the support, or it could be the Nautilus jungle. Those buffs did hit. They did come through this patch, so Nautilus jungle definitely still viable, or definitely viable now, so it could be both for High I'm Sonam and Orochi. And we'll see what they round up this pick. They might try and actually keep this Nautilus flex alive for as long as they can. And it is going to be that Ashe picked up for relayable Cookie.
That Ashe is it's a good setup for the Nautilus, and vice versa. Like, could just be a all-in 6 bot lane to just play safe, pre-6.
Definitely. Nautilus, one of those champions that so much CC in his kit, has some decent peel as well, but has amazing engage, and having an Ashe on top of that just makes things so much more difficult.
You want to keep away from giving that Ashe so much lead in that bot lane, or else she's gonna shred your whole team.
And it is going to be the Ezreal picked up here for B-Pots, one of those strong champions, good safety, and the Thresh also enables that safety as well. Ezreal won't have to burn that Arcane Shift as early, but don't forget some of his items did get buffed. That Divine Sunderer received a pretty substantial buff this patch that just came through, so that item will do a lot more percent health damage, as well as more healing as well. But the Vi going to be picked up here for Shade Slayer. Great engage, very strong, great dueling as well. Just an overall good pickup. Not as meta as it could be because the clear isn't the greatest, but those ganks are very hard to match.
With these two bot lanes that being picked up by both teams, I feel like the game plan here could just be getting your solo lanes ahead.
Ooh. The Deer is going to be locked in here for TM, looking to run around the map with that Bear Slap, Flash Bear Slap, all that Phoenix goodness, trying to make things happen around the map very, very early on, while the Vi does not have her ultimate unlocked. That's where Udyr shines, making things happen very early in the game, clearing very fast as well, just being a great duelist as well because of those super high base numbers. But that Xerath going to be taken away here from Oath. That long range is very scary. That artillery can do a lot of damage, but we're going to see a couple of bans here coming in from ROTM, and we'll see what they end up being.
Momus has a very good pick comps set up for them in this draft for their first 3 picks.
Mm-hmm. Monkey Man going to be taken away here from Southern Warrior. Don't want the King of the Monkeys to run around and bop people on the head with that big old stick that he has there. And final ban here coming in from Team Momus. Very interested to see what it is going to be.
I can see the Irelia ban coming through for P-Clay. Instead, it's going to be the
Ooh.
Vectin.
Yep, locked in here. Don't want that Crocodile making things happen around the top side. Very, very good setup here for the Udyr. Does allow a gigantic CC chain with the top jungle duo if that Renekton were to be picked up. But that does, like you say, leave P-Clay's Irelia up for him to grab.
And with, like I said, with the game plan of trying to get solo lanes ahead, if he gets the Irelia, he might just run through the game.
Mm-hmm. Irelia, one of those champions that has a great time running through lanes. There are very few counters for the champion, but if she is shut down, she doesn't do all that well. But still one of those champions that can both 1v9 and also be that 0-10 champion. But it is going to be that Shen taken away from Southern Warrior. Don't want that great ultimate of the Stand United popping through, making a 4v5, making a 4v4, 4v5, and other such numbers advantages there. And we'll see what this pick here is coming from TM. Who are they going to blind? The top or the mid? Tenchi or Southern Warrior? Who is going to get this blind pick here?
I would like to see they have Team Momus actually give it to the top lane so that they can somewhat prepare for the Irelia, unless he picks up something else, and in that moment it could possibly shut down P-Clay.
Ooh, the set that is a counter. One of the counters to the Irelia, very strong, able to throw back every little bit of damage she does right back in her face. Also just has greater dueling power with those double punches, doing a lot of work there with those left and right hooks. And ROTM gonna round out their comp right here, right now. We'll see what P-Clay wants to take into this set, and what the mid laner, what Oath wants to take as his blind pick, because he doesn't get to have any counters here.
I do see potential Sylas pick here, because Sylas is actually pretty good with the Ashe ulti, Nala's ulti, and even Zed ulti.
Yep. Orianna, though, being hovered here for Oath, going to take that. Very safe control mage style mid lane. Has that great ultimate on a very short CD as well. Orianna, just one of those staple champions. She's never terrible. She's never bad. She's definitely always viable. But ROTM rounding out their comp here with the final pickup. What are they going to run here? P-Clay's Ornn up. P-Clay's Irelia up. What is that pick going to go towards?
I would like to see the Sylas, actually, just because they could throw Momus's pick at them, but instead it's going to be the Volibear, which could just be a potential re-engage.
Mm-hmm. The bear just does a lot of work there. Great sustain, great duelist as well. Those Thunderclaws doing a lot for him. And the shield does a lot. Percent health damage as well as percent shield. Makes him surprisingly tanky, especially in these short duels where he can just do a small burst of damage very, very quickly. And last pick here is going towards Itenshi in the mid lane. We'll see what is grabbed up here for them. Could be potentially a Orianna counter, or if they could just opt for a control mage style mid lane 1v1 there. It is going to be that cannon, though, picked up for... It could be a flex here for either Southern Warrior or Tenchi. I'm very excited to see where it does end up.
This looks very interesting in the side of Team Momus. They can look for either set engage or cannon engage. They definitely have a lot of options to start fights and possibly disengage fights, so they have a lot of control on their side.
Definitely, I agree with that for certain. And for now, we're going to see where everything ends up here as we do roll into Champion Select. In just a second. Should be getting there right here, right now. And there we go. Loading into Champion Select. We'll see where everything ends up here. Bans are going to roll away first. But overall, these comps, very, very interesting styles here. It's definitely looking like ROTM want to play through those solo lanes, want to get that Orianna and Volibear ahead, because, Ezreal Thresh, very, very safe, don't want to really push waves, they don't really get priority on the Nautilus or the Ashe. A lot better wave clear on the side of Team Momus in that bottom side. And overall, though, I'm expecting some big pickups coming in from TM, looking towards that bottom side. They have the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, they have the Depth Charge, big AoE wombo combo CCs going for them there.
Definitely Team ROTM has better solo lane wave management. Like they have better wave clear, and they could have potential permanent prio in the top river.
Mhm. One thing though, Orianna kind of susceptible to ganks, especially against a champ like that Udyr, who can just run past everything you can throw at him and just slap you in the face with that bear slap, keeping you stuck in place and given either the set or the cannon, depending on where they send these lane assignments to. Give them a pretty good way to follow up with their own CC. You know, the face breaker from the set, the marks from the cannon, doing a lot of work for both of those solo lanes there.
Udyr is definitely the prime piece in this comp. I feel like with just the way he builds, you can just catch out any piece of their comp in a matter of seconds, no matter how like safe they think they are.
Definitely. So it is going to be that cannon in the top lane, which means that set is going to be picked up for Tenchi here, looking to just keep himself safe in lane. Probably taking that fleet footwork. That's what I would expect there, especially into a champ like the Orianna, who has such long range. So just taking that safety there from the Ruin choice could be very, very helpful for Team Momus, as they do want to scale into this game because they have a lot of strong mid game. When they hit their 2-item spikes, Momus is incredibly strong, but I think ROTM becomes scarier as the game goes later. They have that Orianna late game, they have the Ezreal late game, and they have the beefy frontline of that bear.
Piccoli might have a rough time in this Kennen matchup. I don't have a lot of experience about it, but just having the range advantage against a Volibear and having the safety of his E to negate Volibear's engage, it could just be really rough for Piccoli if he doesn't get enough help.
I definitely agree with that. Kennen, great kiting, high base numbers as well, able to just keep his distance, and that's what I think Southern Warrior should be doing, because if that cannon is put behind, the Volibear is just going to run circles around this little rat. Cannon is great in the early game, scales well if he's even or ahead, but if he falls behind, champion becomes a lot harder to play because your damage just isn't going to be there. So Piccoli just has to chill, take his CS, try not to die. That's all he realistically has to do, and he will become a monster as this late game does come around. But never underestimate the cannon. Cannon gets really strong with items. His strongest point, I do believe, is that Rocket Belt Zhonya's combination there. Having those two items makes him a very, very big threat.
I do think the later in the game, Team Momus actually win, because just the overall pick comes, I feel like, win later on in the game rather than what Team ROTM has.
I definitely think the champs scale better on ROTM, but as you said, picks are very important. If he can grab those carries, take out the Orianna, take out the Ezreal in the blink of an eye, that scaling doesn't even matter because you already are down a carry. And they definitely have that pick potential there going for them. Ash Arrow from out of nowhere, followed up by a Kennen. Udyr, Nautilus, there's just no chance to get out of anything.
Overall, I think objective control goes in the hands of Team Momus. So, if I had to give this game, just based on draft, I'd give it to Team Momus.
Momus has a lot of strengths in their vision control. They have that hotshot coming in from the Ashe. They have, just two beefy boys who can walk around, place wards very easily in that set, in that Udyr, in that Nautilus, and the cannon provides some very, very strong AoE magic damage with that ultimate that just does so much work, especially around two of these squishies, because everything is going to be relying on Oath and B-Pots. If they're not doing anything, it's going to be entirely impossible for ROTM to win. Their only AP source of damage is going to be Oath, and B-Pots has to be that artillery cannon that they need. So we'll see how things end up here, but it's up to, I personally think it's very important for the junglers to find opportunities to help their solo lanes get ahead and push that lead towards the bottom side as they transition into the mid game.
I definitely think Set's gonna have a hard time in this mid lane, just because Orianna's such a lane bully. Like, that's what she's most famous for. But she will potentially have mana issues, which gives Set a chance to come back into the lane. So hopefully, Shadeslayer gives up some second or third blue buff to help Oath stay in this lane and bully out the Set even more, so that he's not able to be with his team.
Blue buff transfers, very important. So, as you said though about those blue buff transfers, I would like to see Orochi and Tenchi invade, try and grab those blue buffs for themselves, or just deny it, especially from Oath, force the smite from Shade Slayer. They definitely have the tankiness to deal with both the Vi and the Orianna. If they can get on top, if they get the first little punch there, I definitely think that the Udyr set combo definitely fares a lot better than the Vi Orianna duo.
And the 3v3 on Team Momus' side is actually stronger, I feel like, than Team Rodham's from the mid to top. Because most of it is, well, Vi's single target, most definitely. Orianna and Volley, they rely so much on their 6, so pre-6 fights can go towards Team Momus' side, so having that prio early on because of their wave clear could also just mean their death.
Definitely. They have to play around these timers very, very importantly. Watch out for those ganks. They definitely have that front line as the game goes later, but so does Team Momus. They have a Nautilus, they have a set, they have the Deer running around, making things happen around the map. And it's going to be a little interesting to see how ROTM does try and make things happen. If they can grab those solo lane leads, it definitely becomes a lot easier, I think. Because Cannon very reliant on items. He does not do as well as the game goes later if he's not able to keep tabs or keep on par with that Volibear. So, Peakley, your job there, keep that farm going, just try and scale up. You're going to be a monster come late game, but don't forget the set can also just pull you back into your team, or into their team, and just shut you down.
At least it's not a Scion or a Cho'Gath, because that could just end it.
That's a lot of damage there. You know, that's just taking a gigantic tank, throwing them back into the team. That's what Set's great at, and a lot of ROTM's comp, though, I think they just want to peel back. They have a Thresh, they have an Orianna, they have an Ezreal. I think with their backline, they want to walk backwards, but their front line says otherwise, in my opinion. And with that, we should be heading over to a quick break. Predictions are open in case you guys do want to spend your tokens there, maybe place a bet or two, and we'll be right back as we load into game. You don't want to miss this one. This series is going to be very interesting, very important for playoff contention, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, everyone, welcome back. Here we go. Team Momus taking on ROTM, but Team Momus have opted for that red side here for game number 1, and there's a pause.
It's a B-Pot's diff from what I'm seeing.
B-Pot's gap, I guess. Well, that's interesting to note. So let's take a look at a couple things that we do take a couple issues with there. Tenchi playing very, very aggressively, you know, going for the Chad route with that Conquer, with that Ignite. Looking to probably solo kill Oath. I think that's his plan, especially since he did go for that Ignite. Southern Warrior, on the other hand, going for that Electrocute. I think it can help for that late game. The Electrocute proc also doing a lot of damage as the early game does go on. But I think area is very good. He's just going to be constantly auto-attacking that Volibear in lane. And I also think Phase Rush would work well, even with the nerfs. I just think overall it's a great rune for the Kennen as a champion.
I do want to point out that Udi already walked out and he doesn't have items.
Oh, true. No items on the deer. Very interesting start. Yep.
That can ruin their chances for an invade. But it looks like ROTM's actually gonna try to get the invade.
Yep, they're probably looking for a bot lane invade there through lane, and then going up towards that lineup, walking against the wall. I think that's the plan there. But pause is going on for a little long. So yeah. But overall though, standard from both teams. Halo Blades on that Vi, looking to proc those Denton blows as fast as possible with that. Phase Rush on the Udyr makes sense, wants to run fast. Smell that grass, run around, make things happen. Lethal Tempo on the Ashe, pretty standard. Conqueror on the Ezreal as well. You just want that ramping AD as the fight does go on for longer. No, Aftershock on both the supports. Thresh wanted that to match that Nautilus's tankiness. Chat has not had any updates there for us. Gotcha. So we are going to be cutting to a quick break here as this pause is stretching on for a little bit longer than we would have liked. So we'll be right back here as we get back into game number 1 when this pause does, take its course. Everybody, sorry for that, little pause there. We just had to make sure everything was in sync after the little pause that did happen in game. But we are seeing a little bit of an invade here from Team ROTM, looking to make something happen there on this bottom side, hugging the wall, and maybe looking for this big Nautilus there. Has the Spider not available, but he is able to see them and walk away there, keeping himself just a little bit safe.
It's a good control by Matsuro, not looking for the flash hook. I think blowing flash into this lane would just smell a first blood or in the bot lane.
Very hard to run away from an Ashe. You just can't run away from that champion. But it is going to be a red buff start here for both junglers there. We see the deer sitting there in that bush on the top side, probably looking to grab that red buff up for himself, and the Vi looking for hers as well. There is some vision there grabbed, though, on the side of Team Momus. They're able to grab up that red ward, and they're able to see both blue buffs, so they know where this Vi is starting, no matter what.
What do you think about ROTM not opting to take any cleanse on any of their carries?
I think the cleanse would be very strong in the mid lane and the bot lane, because, Ashe Arrow does a lot. You can't really cleanse any of Nautilus's CC, though. However, in the mid lane, you can cleanse the set Face Breaker after the knockup comes through. You can cleanse the Udyr Bear Slap. You can cleanse the Kennen ultimate as well, the Kennen Marks. You can do a lot with cleanse. And I guess Oath is just looking to make things happen with that TP, look for plays around the map, because Tenshi does not have that TP to match.
Tenshi's just gonna have to walk way early and possibly give up a lot of XP and farm for it.
Oh, Tenshi though, looking for some plays in the mid lane, able to find that face breaker. That's a lot of damage, and Tom Mortonic doing some decent work trying to help him out there, but Oath taking the worst end of that one. Top side, we also see more trading.
Yeah, just as I see, Kennan's actually just bullying Peakley, as I've said. The range versus the melee matchup, that's how it should go.
Definitely agree with you there. Level 3 has been hit for Peakley, but Orochi's there. Peakley pushed a little bit too far, looking for the engage though. That's a lot of damage on him, but Flash Bear Slap means he's just going to be taken down in the enemy wave. First blood over to Orochi.
Just a little greedy. They knew Udyr was in his red side at the start. Just had to be careful with the central jungler there, and your jungler's not there, so...
Yep. Some weird pathing, though, does lead to the invade on the bottom side. ROTM looking for something, but Tenshi looking for more, trying to look for that face breaker, just not able to find it, though, taking a lot of damage from the wave.
See Orochi opting to trade. They might just vertical jungle here.
Yeah,
but
looking for
he
that
doesn't go for it.
He's actually not going for it. Wow, that is not expected. But good roam from Peakley to make sure that the blue buff is still there for his jungler, helping him out there as Shade Slayer just keeps getting more and more, getting a bigger lead in this jungle, but the kill does help out a lot.
They're actually going to be even. They're going to be even if Shade Slayer doesn't opt to take this bot scuttle, which he does. It looks like he's able to do with Monster roaming up.
The roam from the Sport means that Scuttle Crab is his, able to grab that one, and he still has his entire top side to grab as a couple of his bot side caps start respawning now.
It's a big XP lead in the jungle right now.
And right now, Peakley, a little bit far up, and should know that Udyr is probably going to be rotating towards that now because of the way he did path, starting on the red buff moving Raptors towards those Krugs, but he's still walking up very, very far.
Really surprised how chunked out Cannon is right now.
The Volibear did get a base off, and those Lightning Claws do a decent amount. The Thunder Claws helping out, just poking him if he stands way too close to the wave. And he has that D-ring as well, but he's going for the dive. Flash forward, that's just a solo bolo coming in from Peakley, taking the first solo kill of the game up in the top side.
Really well played by Peakley. The placement of his E actually just forced Kennen to walk forward, and he was able to get that flash off.
And Kennen still has both his summoners, but the wave in a good spot for the Kennen base is forced from Peakley. However, he has the teleport available.
I was gonna say, even though Peakley really couldn't buy anything off of that getting killed for first blood, he was able to get potions, so it was probably just a potion diff.
Yep. And he also has those Ionian Boots of Lucidity, very, very helpful in getting your W up, getting your stun off, as well as that gigantic shield from the Volibear helps out a lot. You know, the Sky Splitter does a lot of work, as well as just overall combinations of his abilities, and the Doran's Ring start. Did not pay off for first blood, but definitely helped out in that solo kill.
I actually would have opted for the Merc Treads based on how much CC Team Momus has, but I mean, if he's opting to go for a carry route, then Lucidity Boots is the way to go.
And that's a lot of damage there. Kennen looking for more. There goes that slicing Maelstrom doing a lot of damage. Peakley doesn't have 60 yet. Here comes the Sky Splitter trying to keep himself alive. And Flash away from the Kennen though, not looking for more, not looking for anything. Peakley though, very, very low, chugging all the 4 of those potions that he did have in his inventory right there. But Tenshi looking for more in the mid lane. That's a big shockwave, able to dodge away from that Haymaker. But there goes the Showstopper onto Oath, the Ignite Pop, and here comes the Flash. But Orochi's there to make something happen. Here comes the Bear Slap, he's stunned, gonna be taken down, and that's a second kill for the Udyr.
Udyr just showing the early prowess. He's able to be around everywhere in the map and just be in the right place at the right time.
Yep. And this does mean first dragon does go over to TM because of that mid lane fumble. But here comes Tenshi, and no level 6 here for Shade Slayer. Not going to land that face breaker, but that does mean the dragon still goes over to them.
Tenshi also held his flash for because he knew Orochi was there. So I mean, he has flash advantage, and potentially another kill could happen in the mid lane.
A lot of damage though. Piccolo already chunked out here. All his potions have been used, but CS is even, and that is very, very important. He's looking for the dive, going for it. Not able to find the tower shutdown though, taking a lot of damage, and the tower just doing so much work. Did not calculate that distance that he needed to get in order to shut down the tower with the Stormbringer.
I think if he was a little bit more patient on his ulti, he could actually pull that off.
Definitely, I agree with that.
Trying to get the ulti onto the tower, so he's actually able to get that second W and to get the kill.
And just like that though, look at the ultimate coming in from the cannon. Very, very close. The coming back online might look for a solo kill there because he was almost able to find it early.
And if he was able to opt for the Mertress, he would actually be a little bit more healthy to actually receive the kill there.
The early MR definitely would have helped out, especially since the cannon is doing a lot of damage with that Hextech alternator, as well as just overall passive autos. Just a lot of work there from Magic helping out for Southern Warrior. But Oath might be walking a little bit too far there. We see Orochi, and Tenshi is there walking towards him. Phase Rush is proc. He's looking to run away. Oath is very fast, though. Able to get out of that one.
And you should see the strength of Phase Rush there. If he didn't have Phase Rush there, that's a guaranteed kill.
Oh, that is a very, very dead Orianna. Very, very dead Clockwork doll there. But, again, Phase Rush, I think it's very strong. A little underrated, even with those nerfs.
Having them up so often really helped, but since they took it away, having it up at any time, that's why they had to nerf it. It's just that strong.
It is very, very strong here. Level 6s have been hit for the bottom laners, and we'll see if the Nautilus does hit that 6 soon. Probably looking for it right now, but, you know, the mid lane, 20 CS down for Tenshi. Melee versus range, that is sort of expected here, but overall, though, things are going not in the way I expected, especially towards this bottom side. The Ezreal actually CSing like a madman here, 20 CS up there. Playing it very, very well. Bpot's putting on a clinic here for how bot lane should be CSing, even with a weak side lane.
I would like to see Nautilus actually have more presence in this lane because it just looks like nothing's really happening.
Oh, here comes Piccolo looking for it, but the Slicing Maelstrom doing a lot of damage. He's trying to find more with that bite, with that maul. Oh, and he's going to be caught in the wave, taking so much damage with the healing. And the ward down. Is it going to be enough? He cancels the auto. Looking for it. He's able to find it with that ward. And that is going to be a solo kill for Piccolo once again. But on the bot side, hook up the land. Reliable Kuki taking a lot of damage. True Shot Barrage able to land with that W proc, and he's able to find the kill. And the heal coming out to keep Matsuru alive. There goes the flash over the wall. Shade Slayer able to find that knockup and double kill for Bpots in the bottom side.
Winning on all sides of the map here for the side of ROTM. For Peakless was a butt clencher. I mean, the Boots of Lucidity actually helped with that, getting that W, the second W for the heal. Otherwise, any second later, he would actually been dead there.
Oh, definitely.
Bottom played that super well as well. Bpot's surprisingly enough flashed forward, but Thresh already took the Ashe ulti, so he's able to get that last auto to secure the kill on the Ashe.
Definitely. But we do see the priority coming in from the mid lane. Orochi is getting chunked out here by Oath and that Rift Herald, but Tenshi looking for more, but Piccolo's going to be there first. First rotation in coming in from the top side. Here comes Shade Slayer as well. They're looking over the wall, looking for the knockup. Are they going to find it? No, they're just going to turn around and take that Rift Herald.
That's not what you want to see on the side of Momus. Losing on top and bot and losing the Rift Herald.
And mid as well. Ooh, hoping to go slightly
true.
wide.
That's really
the
painful.
CS leads. The CS leads. That's where it counts. Double kill for Ezreal as well, as just under 30 CS up over his late opponent. And Piccolo also up just a little bit, and that's very scary since he is that melee champ into the range, into the rat of the cannon. But Tenshi expected to be behind, you know, that 20 CS because it's ranged into melee.
Two sides of the matchup, but it's going the wrong ways inside of Momus.
Yeah. Not where you want it to be, but Nautilus just not really doing all that much here in this lane. Sort of just not looking for any hooks. It's really hard to hook the Ezreal, yes, but right now you're just bleeding out. You're supposed to have priority. You're supposed to be looking for more objectives. You were able to get that first dragon, but you're not able to get any invades, no deep wars, no vision for the side of Team Momus as of now.
I would just say for Nautilus, taking out the Thresh so that he's not able to put any CC on your Ashe, and then you take out, because Ezreal can't really do much alone, realistically. He has the E, but then after that, he's free pickings.
And Southern Warrior not opting to freeze that wave, though, looking to let it crash under his tower. Very interesting decision from him, in my opinion. But we do see some pings coming out from the Rotom looking towards this dragon, looking to maybe try and get this one going. Piccoli looking to try and get this priority because he does have the teleport. And if both top laners do use that TP, it's going to be Southern Warrior that loses out on more because of the wave state.
This dragon would be huge for the side of ROTM, just because of the extra damage, and it just pushes their lead even further.
You know, just a little bit of extra AP can be the difference between a kill or them able to walk away on one CS. But there goes that hook. Here comes the B-Hop looking for more. But the Helix are going to be taken by the Orianna, and there goes the Shockwave, and that's going to be a very unstoppable buy. But the teleport being channeled, not stopped though by the Volibear, not able to find that crunch, not able to find that stun, but it does mean that Volibear just gets free reign up in this top side. Teleport was burned.
I do think you did. If you're Piccoli, you don't need to stop that CP because you get so much off of this top lane.
Yeah, got a lot. Shadeslayer, though, looking for something on Tenchi, but, you know, the tank coming in from the set, doing a lot of work. Piccoli just looking to solo bolo his turret, get those plates down, looking to breach some gates with the bear.
I also want to point out, when Thresh got the hook on the Udyr and threw the Lantern, I can assume it's good communication on both sides, or on the side of ROTM, opting for Oath to actually take the Lantern over Shade's Slayer.
Definitely. Getting that Shockwave is definitely very, very important, but it might be Shadeslayer who's caught out. They're looking for him. He has no way over the wall just yet. Here comes the Slicing Maelstrom, keeping him stuck in place. Tenchi is there as well to deny Oath from making that rotation, and it is just going to be an easy pick for the side of TM, finding something in this game.
Just as I said, they had good communication. That was bad communication right there. They should know that Piccoli just took a reset, so they shouldn't have any business in their jungle.
They have no business walking around anywhere in the red side, top side, just because of the fact that, you know, your very, very strong Volibear, you know, sitting on full boots and an item already, is not present. Ew. We do see some good trades coming in from Southern Warrior, though, but Tenchi as well on the bad end of some trades, even though the XP differential is in his favor. Orianna looking to try and take this first tower.
I think Oath wants to opt to wait for.
Oh,
never mind.
That's a lot of damage. The Haymaker coming out, though, tanking a couple of turret shots. Here comes the stun. Here comes everything. Showstopper, but he's gone the wrong way. Oh, flashing over the wall, but it does mean he grabs the kill. But Orochi gonna claim that one. Tenchi actually getting that kill with the Ignite. Well played from Orochi, giving over that kill to the set, who is bleeding out there in the mid lane.
I was just about to say, Oath should have opted to actually wait for 11 to get that level 2 ulti to get that, possibly burst him to get that kill.
That would have been enough damage. I think he was maybe up 120 HP. I think that extra point in the R could have helped out a lot.
Nothing really happened in his top side. We had both supports roam up.
And they are seen on the ward. Blastcone going to be taken away by Matsuro. And, you know, they're on the ward. Sonam just grabbing that one up there. You know, a nice little bit of gold there for him. But that ward also placed in retaliation. Ooh, and bot lane turret. First tower. Going over in favor of the Ezreal and the Vi down to that bottom side. Sharing that global gold, or local gold, sorry. As everyone does start rotating towards this mid lane. Oath might be caught out, though. Hook gonna go slightly short. Oh, Southern Warrior popped the stun to keep himself safe, but the reset coming in from the Volibear means he's able to just walk away from that one. Still the tanky boy, even with just one item.
Taking these short trades is something you want to do at this point in the game, but you should have been doing it a little bit earlier to try to keep this Volibear out of the game.
Yep, he is a very, very strong chonker there, and right now we do see some lane rotations there. We see the set down in the bottom side. We see the Ashe hovering towards this mid lane, and Matsuro helping out his top laner to grab this turret.
That's gonna be 3 turrets for the side of ROTM, none for the side of Momus.
Yep, 3-tower lead here, just gonna come in right here, right now. And Peakley taking solo gold there, taking some nice local gold, very happy with that. But we do see some good grouping coming in from TM as they do 3-man towards this mid lane. But this Rift Herald being started up by ROTM could mean, or could spell disaster for them, for Team Momus.
I feel like Team Momus is having a little bit of a lull state right now while ROTM is just taking over the map.
That's exactly what's happening here. It is a 5k gold deficit for them right now. So very happy to take these big leads as they can grab these objectives. They were able to grab an early dragon though, Team Momus. So that does mean they're able to stay in this game for an extra 5 minutes. They bought themselves some time.
Some crucial team fights could just make that not matter though, I feel like.
Rocketfeld has been completed for the Kennen. Has that stopwatch. He's going in, finds the Volibear. Not able to find anyone else, though. The Unstoppable comes through the Stormbringer, but Vi is stuck in the middle of everyone. Taking a lot of damage, though. But Beepot's just shredded through everyone. But Highsonum looking to try and stun everyone up, but Peakley able to find that kill with the Sky Splitter. And Conqueror is proc. They're looking for a little bit more, and that's a lot of damage onto Southern Warrior. Beepot's just dashing forward and unafraid to Arcane Shift forward. But Tenchi has a flank. Beepots might be cut out here. They're looking for him, and he's gonna be punched. Oh, Facebreaker gonna go wide! And he's able to walk away. Beepots not even knowing the set was there. But this is gonna be that second Drake picked up here for ROTM, taking their Ocean Drake one step closer to an Ocean Soul.
Ocean Drake is just huge for the side of ROTM. They have their 1.5 Chonky boys, and that regen is just gonna be so huge against the side of TM.
Oh, I definitely agree with that.
I do feel like TM on that fight were very split. They had 2 people going balls deep and then 2 people not really committing. And they didn't have the set there as well, so they should just play that slow and wait for the set to flank.
I definitely agree. They probably should have tried to look to enter through mid lane, not look for that big fight there in the mid lane, because they definitely lose it, especially if the Volibear just can't die. That guy just took so much damage and it didn't even matter. But Matsuro looking for something there. Has Beepots in his back pocket though, and Peakley's rotating down as well. And Orochi has to give up the Scuttle Crab. Hook gonna land. They might find something. Orochi gonna be flayed backwards with a lot of damage onto him, but Hook gonna land onto the Thresh. He's a lot of damage going through onto Matsuro, but Beepots just landing so much damage, landing everything. All the Mystic Shots, all the Arcane Shifts, everything is landing. Sodom's gonna be taken down very, very shortly. Auto attack gonna go wide. Spotter not enough, but Peakley looking for more. Stormbringer has been used. They're looking for the hook onto Reliable Kuki, but the True Shot Barrage lands onto 2. Tenchi looking for more. Chanted Crystal Arrow onto the Volibear, but does that really matter? No, it does not.
The Bust of the Divine Sunder definitely showed in that fight, being able to poke down that Nautilus through his shield, and the Chonky boys did no more.
Yeah, Chonky not doing very much here, and this could be a very, very early Baron here, started up by ROTM. Jungler has just respawned though, looking to try and get some wards down, and no one's on the map, so hopefully TM do sniff this one out. Unfortunately, Orochi still sitting in base as this Baron's being taken away. And this might gonna come in a little bit late. Orianna grabbing up that Baron for herself, but doesn't really matter since the Udyr was sitting chilling in his base.
Orochi greeting for this Scuttle for the Baron and costing his team that Baron, so I think it's just very unfortunate.
Oh, hooked up, stunned up, rooted up, Ignite copping down. Here comes the Death Charge. Southern Warrior looking for more. Flashing away is Oath though, able to stay alive for just a little bit longer.
I'd take that trade any day. 2 ultis for Summoner, or for the side of TM. I think that's a win.
Oh, that is definitely a win for TM, but that flash timer needs to be kept an eye on here from TM. They need to make sure this Orianna's not allowed to play the game for the next 5 minutes, because they definitely have the force if they're able to find another pick on her.
They're definitely trying to play this team comp as team fight, but as we said, this is a pick comp, so they need to offer more picks together.
Peakley looking for Orochi, doing a lot of damage, doesn't even care. He's just chomping, he's biting away, mauling them down. Has the Stormbreaker available as well. Could probably 2v1 this very well if he wanted to, but he's just happy to force Orochi away from his own Krugs.
2-item Volibear at this point in the game is scary news.
Yeah, also has the healing cut with that, but they find something on Tenchi. That's a lot of damage. Haymaker gonna come through. Enchanted Crystal Arrow gonna land on Beepots, but he already dashed away. Means he's able to walk for free.
Beepot's showing a lot of mastery on this Ezreal, buffering his their CC with his arcane dash or arcane shift, and
Oh my goodness, Tenshi just took so much damage from a singular Mystic shot there. Oh my goodness, V-Pots. He is very happy to play this Ezreal. Here comes the teleport coming in from the Orianna, trying to take this mid tower. And Peakley, look at a stun up the Southern Warrior. That's a lot of damage onto Little Cannon. Here comes the dive. Stormbringer being used on this tower. The big Gooba stop means a lot of damage, but the stopwatch from Cannon keeps him alive for just a little bit longer.
He's gonna have to finish that Zhonya's, or the next time he's gonna die.
Yeah, stopwatch saving his life, saving his soul right there. But right now they're just trying to push, grab some towers here. Oath on the bottom side, pushing down to this tier 3 as well. Reliable Kuki moving there. There goes that showstopper into, and no one. And Tenchi taking a lot of damage. Here comes this Haymaker. It is going to mean a kill goes over, but that doesn't mean very much when the carries are still alive. Bpots is just outputting damage. Matsuru healing like a madman, dashing backwards is Bpots, but Peakley able to claim another one. Rampage coming in from Bpots. That's so much damage. The Ezreal just doing so much work, flashing away from the Q. Southern Warrior very, very scared, but the E forward means a very, very dead Ashe.
ROTM is just dismantling TM right now. This potentially be game here.
I think this is definitely game. They have a Siege Minion hitting this tier 1. There goes the hook, lands on the Southern Warrior. Here comes the shockwave. Here comes everything. Ezreal claiming the last kill. Bpots take another as they end this game right here, right now.
Hook after hook after hook. It's just disaster. The death sentence.
Not a single bit of KP for the Nautilus. 0 and 5. Not the greatest performance here, and it does mean that ROTM take home game number 1 in commanding fashion.
I feel like I just have a curse. Anytime I see a team comp wins, they lose. I feel like I just need to stop predicting, man.
Yeah, no predictions for you, Mel. No predictions. That's not allowed here because you're just gonna cast a curse every single team you predict to win. But ROTM taking home the game here, finishing off strong as they get ready for game number 2 this series. Player of the game poll should be open very, very soon. Predictions have been completed though. You know, tokens going towards whoever voted for ROTM. Very happy about that. But well played from everyone on the side of ROTM. Peakley taking that, you know, first blood there like a champ, and then coming back solo killing everything after getting put down a notch. All right. So player of the game poll is actually missing a support. So the poll has been canceled. It will be put up very, very shortly. You want to give Matsuro his due diligence. You know, he went 1-0 and 10, popped off there on that thresh, hook after hook after hook, as we did say. But Bpots playing like a madman. Same with Peakley. Everyone playing very well on the side of ROTM, looking very strong this week. And poll is live, so we will be going to a quick break as we get things ready for game number 2. We shall be right back.
The world has been broke down. The world is just announced. Final time is now. The final time to bow. But I will not get down. For you can't force me now. Awakening is clear. I could show you how. I could show you how to fight them. I could show you how to defeat them now. too popularly. I ain't invincible, not even close. I'm just a little girl, a failure to most. I'm a flower left for days. Oh, this bitter world, she's out for my she's out for my
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Week 5 of the LAS Premade. We just finished out Game 1 where ROTM took it home pretty convincingly after a nice early Baron call from their team. So really well played, but at the end of the day, those votes came through, and your player of the game was almost a close three-way tie between Matsuro, Pikle, but in the end, it's Beepots who ended up on the screen. But honestly, everybody played wonderfully from ROTM. It was just a very dominant game from them. Potentially looking to do that once more and claim their first win of this split, their first overall series win. But TM has definitely got to pull out some stops here for sure too. We are just about to head into pick and ban once again into draft for game number 2. But we are about ready to go. Everyone's lined up again. This time it is going to be ROTM on the red side. So we're flipping things back around, but I'm going to pass it on back to my lovely, lovely casters for the evening. So gentlemen, take her away.
Alrighty, here we go. Get ready to get started here in game number 2. What adaptations are Momus gonna make, but what adaptations are ROTM gonna look for as well? So let's get ready to get into game number 2, and this is gonna be very, very exciting.
ROTM definitely doesn't have to change anything up in their bans, but TM needs to figure something out to not repeat and possibly get 2-0'd.
You know, ROTM coming out strong, coming out swinging here in game number 1. We'll see if they're able to keep it up here as the bans do start up here. Timer ticking down for Team Momus, and we should see the first ban coming in very, very shortly. As I'm very excited to see what they have in store for us today. You know, it is going to be that Kaisa once again taken away from Beepots, taking away that 80 carry power that we had last game. Well played from Beepots on that Ezreal. It is going to be the same Nocturne ban taken away. No paranoia for anyone on ROTM's side. And we'll see what TM has in store for us now.
ROTM definitely showing that they're the strongest 0-4 team in Pool A.
Interesting comment there. Yeah.
TM, I think they have to. They're gonna drop the Mordekaiser ban again. Are they gonna have to swap the Vlad ban for the Volley Bear, or are they just gonna drop the Vlad ban again, or not?
Fresh ban. Matsuro did first pick that one last time, so they're opting to take that one away. We'll see what ROTM have in store for us right here, right now. Could be something interesting. Could be a spicy ban. But Matsuro not getting his signature champ, but it is gonna be that Victor, taken away from Tenchi once again.
Pikle's probably screaming right now that his Vladimir is available. So
It's open.
Maybe he could top gap again?
Maybe. We'll see if he goes for that little bit of a Diffie and the Tiffy. But right now, we just see first pick. It is going to be that first pick Jinx coming in from TM, given Reliable Cookie that champ. But the Vladimir going to be insta-locked here for ROTM, taking that one right away. Pikle not looking to back away from a challenge, and Beepot's taking the Ezreal too.
This is already looking scary on the side of ROTM, getting the Ezreal, which Beepot's already popped off on, and the Vladimir, which Pikle is infamous for, the Vlad one trick, as we like to call him.
I would never pick Vlad. Don't put words in my mouth, Mel. Sure, Pikle. OP.GG doesn't say that at all, right? No Vladimir on your match history there. But that was going to be picked up here for ROTM as we do go into the last couple picks here of TM. Last couple picks here. 40 seconds on the clock. Going, gone. It is going to be that Cryo Phoenix here picked up for most likely Tenchi. We did see a support Anivia Earlier this split didn't go very well though, so it is going to be most likely for Tenchi, and they're going to round out their final pick right here, right now in phase 1.
I did hear Pikle saying that the Vladimir top is not as strong as the Vladimir mid, but he still opted for a top, so maybe that gives Southern Warrior a chance to counterpick it.
And, you know, once again, burn this clock. 4 seconds left to see what TM has in store for us right now. Ding, ding, ding. Time is up, but, you know, could be a little bit of lag. There we go. The Seraphine picked up. One of the strongest teamfight champs in the game, has some great engage, has some great healing potential, and overall just a very solid champion, has some decent damage, decent numbers. Great supportive capabilities, though.
Seraphine's just a strong pick in general. They could opt for the Silas pick to turn that around, or turn that right into TM's face.
The Silas was taken away last time here, but it was taken away in favor of, it was, actually no, Silas was not banned or taken away at all, actually, but a very, very scary Seraphine ultimate, but it is going to be that vibe picked up once again for Shade Slayer, so 2 out of 5 champs are the same as last game. And bands coming through right now, you know, 20 seconds in, we'll see what's taken away here. What do they not want to give Team Momus this time? What are they looking to take away? Are they going to stick with what they had last time, or are they going to opt to move around a little bit? They can take away potentially that Shen. It is going to be that global presence taken away first, and if they do round out the bans the same way they did last time, Monkey King is going to be, you know, not seeing the Rift tonight.
Monkey King is just a strong pick in general in the top lane. He's been making it his jungle, so to speak. Could take away that cannon because he was very strong in lane, but it didn't translate. But without a volley bear in the top lane, maybe he could shine.
And it is going to be the set actually taken away from Tenchi or Southern Warrior or Sonam down in the bottom lane. You know, set triple flex, potentially quadra flex, although I don't believe set jungle is very viable at the moment. But the Blitzcrank and Vel'Koz bands coming in here from Team Momus here. Very interesting to see. But ROTM looking to grab something here. Who are they going to blind? Is it going to be the support? Well, I mean, or is it going to be the mid laner? I would hope that they're going to pick something up from Matsuro. Maybe grab up a support, you know, one of those very strong hook champs, you know, well, Thresh is gone, but Nautilus is still available. So we'll see what they opt to grab here.
Could pick up the Naughty, or even the Rel, maybe.
True. I think that is a Seraphine support, so I don't think we're going to see any Moo Cows and they can't even pick the Thresh, but it is going to be that Nautilus picked up here for Matsuro.
This gives a lot of potential for Oath to get that counter pick and round out this team comp that's already looking so strong.
Yep. And TM are going to grab up their last picks here. What is Momus going to grab? They'll probably pick their top lane here, and their jungle going to be that Kanye West here picked up, potentially. Going to be locked in there. Kane, very strong champ, scales incredibly well, but very susceptible to being, you know, put out of his form if he can't find those very successful ganks. You know, we did see TSM Spica take bloody 10 years to find that form. It is going to be locked in, though, and we'll see what the last pickup here is for the side of Momus.
I'm surprised they left top lane pick for B5 after the Vlad has shown R1. So I don't know what their plans are in that regard. It is definitely interesting in my eyes.
Definitely, because I definitely think that is Pikle's. I think it leans towards being Pikle's Vladimir for sure. So they are waiting very long on this top pick, especially leaving it to R5 or B5, but it is going to be that Silas taking away the depth charge and that True Shot Barrage, as well as that Hemoplague. Very good ultimates.
I think TM is listening to the draft and saying that Silas is a strong pick for them.
Yeah, I think the Silas... Yeah.
You're welcome for draft, guys.
You're welcome. Just a little bit there. The Silas definitely would have been great in the hands of Rotom, but it's just as great in the hands of Team Momus. And we're going to see what the final pickup here is for Rotom. What is this mid lane pick going to be? It's going to be the Hasagi himself, the Wind Samurai Yasuo, taken up here from Oath. The Yasuo one-trick himself taking this one.
So the last time I saw Oath play Yasuo, he went 2-11, 2-13.
He reached his power spike.
He reached his power spike, and but he's not going against the same matchup he reached that 0-10 power spike with. He's going against the Silas, which actually in the early game, Silas has no early game.
Yeah.
He's able to just control that mid lane and just make sure that Silas stays chained up to his turret.
Don't into the Silas and very well. That's your job. Don't die to Silas, because Silas, if he gets a lead, if Snowball, or not, Silas is a very snowbally champ, not Snowball. That is not what I meant to say. But, also snowbally, but Silas, great at taking a lead and running with it, because he's very impressive with that gigantic heal from the King Slayer. Has some decent wave clear with those passive autos and the chain lash, but does require levels and requires income to become that monster that we've seen a lot of Silas's become.
I think Vlad went to the sustain until level 9 in my eyes, because that level 5 W from, or level 5 Kingslayer from Silas is just painful to deal with. Wait, it's actually a Nivea top?
Oh. Interesting pickup here for the side of Team Momus.
So I guess
Don't know how I feel about that.
I was correct to assume that the
Silas Yasuo.
Yeah, Silas Yasuo, because I said that and I was like questioning. I was like, wait a minute.
Very interesting to see here. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how the Cryo Phoenix will fare in that longer style lane. It's a lot easier to gank a longer lane than it is to gank a short lane like the mid lane. I think that's why a lot of mages like to sit there under the safety of their towers in that middle lane. So, interesting to see that they are opting to move that Anivia towards that top side. Could work out potentially. We'll see.
And also the Anivia wall doesn't get as much value in the top lane just because of how wide it is in comparison to the mid lane. If it was red side and you have that little corridor at the tri-bush, then maybe it has some use, but you're blue side, so it's just kind of weird.
Completely agree with you there. Makes it a little bit more interesting, but B-Pots, once again, getting that Ezreal, getting that damage down, so we'll see if he's able to find some advantages here in the bottom lane against the Jinx Seraphine. They have the Nautilus, but, you know, Seraphine able to keep her 80 carry topped up very, very nicely, and also scales like a monster. The bot lane of Team Momus scales like a monster. Same with the top lane of that Anivia, but we'll see if they're able to make it work. Rotom definitely have the stronger early game composition, in my opinion, and we'll see if they make it work here.
I'm going to make a bold prediction and say that TM win based on comp. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We'll see. It's gonna be very fun to see how TM adapt to the style that Rotom have shown this game. You know, playing around everyone realistically, but leaving B-Pots and Matsuro alone for the most part, just letting them make their own advantages and helping Oath out, helping Peakley out just a little bit. But for the most part, though, it was Orochi that was making the big moves in the early game, but he has this Kane now. He has very little early game presence, and he needs to look for ganks, though, but his lanes should theoretically be pushing most of the time because of Silas' passive autos, and Evia likes to auto-shove waves as well. So how is he going to find the form that he needs, is my question.
I would like to say that the Silas actually doesn't get much lane presence because, yeah, he does have the passive autos, but Oath is just going to be bullying him as he tries to get any sort of farm.
Yep. Don't forget, guys, predictions are open, but what I think Oath should be doing this late is freezing under his tower, forcing Tenchi to walk up and allowing Shade Slayer to find some big ganks. That's what I think should be the priority here from Oath, not looking for those solo bolos, but shoving that Silas in the dirt with the help of Shade Slayer, which then can be transitioned towards that top lane, because, you know, Vi has a pretty easy to land knock up there with her ultimate, the Assault and Battery, helping out there, and lets that last breath come through from the Asuma. And as we do get this countdown going, towards actually loading in game, though, predictions, like I said, are open. But comps, Rotom mostly on comfort here. They're looking very comfortable in every champion that they picked up for themselves here. TM, though, their comp scales incredibly well, but how are they going to get out of this early game is my greatest question here. Mel, what do you think?
I am thinking that this Kane pick is actually not going to have much value in team fights, just because I don't think he has very much, or a lot of targets to go for, because Ezreal should just play super far back. Unless Orochi just looks for a mega flank, then I don't think he has any chance to get through the Ezreal, or get to
Nautilus.
the Ezreal through the Nautilus and the Vi.
Yeah.
If he opts for the Shadow Kane, which I think is the better Kane, if he opts for Red Kane, then he's just gonna get out-sustained by Vladimir, and then CC chained by everyone on the Vi, the Yasuo, and the Nautilus, so he's not going to be able to get any of that healing, and I feel like it's just an oddball pick here in the side of TM.
I definitely do not think the Kane pick is the greatest here for the side of Team Momus. It doesn't slot in very well, and it also just means they have no presence in the early game, because Orochi was everything they had. He was the one making plays around the map, finding those big ganks, finding Peakley level 1, finding everything in that early game, and they just don't have that presence anymore with the Kane.
The Anivia is just gonna be, I mean, I just never seen a top lane, but in the mid lane matchup, like, just thinking about Vladimir and Anivia in the mid lane, Anivia uses that lane so well, but since she doesn't have the lane here, I think Vladimir takes the cake on that one, just because of how much sustain he has and how much room they have.
Definitely agree with that. The sustain from the Vladimir going to help out a lot, especially into the Anivia. You know, has some decent poke there, but he is very short range, though. Keep that in mind. Gonna struggle as the Anivia gets those levels, gets that 6. Gonna struggle to walk up, but it's this mid lane that's going to be the spiciest. Tenchi has to play, like, incredibly perfect, because he should be getting perma-ganked by the Vi. That's what I should expect to happen, but we are getting ready for this game here to start up, so don't forget to cast your predictions while you still can. We'll be right back in game number 2 of Team Momus versus Rotom. All right, everybody, welcome back. Here we go, and we get to see something a little interesting here, very fun coming in from us. But things are starting up here as we get ready to go, as we get things rolling. But ROTM on the red side taking on TM, Team Momus on the blue, and things are looking very spicy here. We're looking for TM to try and make something happen here in game number 2, but they've drafted themselves a very very late game composition there. ROTM looking to take home this early game with that Yasuo Vi combination
30
there.
seconds until minions spawn.
Nahus doesn't have items.
Uh-oh.
That's interesting. I think it's a red side curse.
Someone on red side just never remembers to buy items. Very, very fun to see there.
Hope he notices real quickly.
Hey, Matsuro, you might want to buy some items there. You're just not gonna be getting gold, buddy.
Minions have spawned.
The 5 point though, standing strong there. Matsuro still not realizing he has no items though. Gonna mean a very, very rough early lane phase for him. Still hasn't opted to take the base just yet. Oh no. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know. They'll make it work. But we just see Kane doing that Raptor start. Very normal from him. It is that lane swap though. Oath heading up to the top side while Peakley coming in the mid to deal with Tenshi.
Like I said, Peakley really strongly thinks that Vladimir top is not the move, and Vladimir mid is infinitely stronger.
Uh-oh. Big trade coming in from Tenshi, though, but did take the first aggro from the minions, taking a decent chunk there. Matsuro, still no items, because he wasn't able to get his base off in time, so struggling a little bit. Has the cookie, though, you might want to eat that up. And a little bit there. Yeah. It's a little sad there. No sad B from him just yet, though. But we'll see how this lane swap does end up. Right now, it's looking like it's working out in the CS department, though. Oh, the hook lands onto Seraphine, taking a lot of damage. The Guardian is proc, but that is a great trade coming in from the bottom lane. But the Ignite is pop, or not the Ignite, the Exhaust pop, and they are able to force the flash away from that Seraphine.
I find it interesting that Kane opted to path down to his Krugs. It just seems a little clunky pathing.
Yeah. Maybe he's looking for that mid lane gank. Look at Peakley. He's overextended like no other. And that's a lot of damage though onto B-Pods. Is using that potion. But that wave is gigantic. Can they fight? Can they fight him? Is the question there.
Let's take a turret shot. That might be the difference.
They're looking for it. That's a decent amount, but he's able to dodge away from the Adult this time. Some decent damage, though. Peakley looking for a little bit more, able to find that pool, but the buy over the wall! Flash forward, finding everything they want. The Ignite pays off! And Orochi might just be the sacrificial lamb flashing over the wall, but Peakley flashing over as well! And that is going to be the double kill for the Vladimir, and that is not where you want that gold going in the early game!
Big P looking to take over this game already with a 2-0. That's not what you want to see on Team Momus' side, that's for sure.
If I were Team Momus, I would just be spamming the /FF as fast as possible because you just gifted a Vlad 2 free kills for nothing.
Oh Lord, you give him the Vladimir, and then you give him 2 kills. I don't know.
What more could Peakley ever ask for? Oh, Shade Slayer. Oh, he's able to get away though, not able to take away that red buff, but he is able to get away scot-free, not getting punished for that. Little bit of collapse though coming in from TM, but they are gonna lose out a little bit. One minion gonna be falling in the mid lane before Southern Warrior can get there, but very fine. Shade Slayer's happy to waste a little bit of time there. Up a camp, farming pretty well there. Very happy, chilling. Might start opting to walk towards that bottom side there, get that Scuttle Crab, but the Kane might be walking there pretty quickly too. Oh, he's going for the full clear.
Oh, they swapped the swap back, so...
Oh! Well, I guess...
They want to keep this matchup going.
Yeah. And this is bad because look at the wave state mid. This is not where you want the wave if you're looking to lane swap again. They're gonna lose out on a wave of XP each.
It's just a swap fiesta, I feel like.
What is going on here? But they're gonna collapse on Oath. Oath might be caught out here, but Peakley is nearby. He's in the wings, looking to try and help out his top laner. But in the bottom side, It's a lot of damage there onto the Seraphine once again, but Oath able to walk away with his flash.
Oath gets a pretty good wave to come back to.
Yeah, that wave is just not where you want it if you're Team Momus. They're just able to not find these rotations that they need to find the lane matchups that they need.
Their solo laners are just so behind in XP. I think just
Oh, look at the Silas CS.
That's so painful. You don't want to be that.
Oh
Silas
my
right
goodness,
now.
that damage coming in from Peakley with the Crimson Rush Q. That is crazy. That blood transfusion doing a lot of work there.
Having the X-Tech alternator this early on is so huge for Peakley.
And Tenji just not able to find much into the Yasuo as well, so taking a lot of damage there. Just not having the greatest of time. And look at the bottom lane as well. Sum's burned, but the hook lands onto Seraphine once again. Looking for a little bit more. That's half health on her. And they're able to dash forward. The exhaust comes through, but the auto attack is enough. They're looking to try and maybe take down Monster or Beepos, but they're just not. Flash forward from Monster. There comes the heal. Flash away under the tower. Flash forward. Beepos finding another. Monster taking a lot of damage from tower. Beepos going to be taken down. Is this going to be where they come back? Orochi claiming a double for himself right here, right now. Able to find the kill, but Shade Slayer's there, but it's just not going to mean very much.
In the end, it's just a ROTM win there.
Yeah.
Orochi was not able to get any form stacks on that, so
One auto each, that's nothing.
cleaning up kills is not what you want as a Kayn.
You want to be fighting extended fights, you want to be proccing that Conqueror, you want to be getting those stacks, and he's just not able to find it though. And this does mean the Dragon, because he got decently low, because he had to walk away, means that the Dragon going over in favor of ROTM because the bot lane died.
ROTM is taking over this early game, and I don't want to see like any chance for TM to come back in this mid to late game.
Just keep the pressure up, keep it going, keep pushing forward, keep pushing your lead. Peakley looking for the rotation, looking for the dive on the Silas. They're looking for it. The wave is way too small though, but they're still pushing for this dive. There goes the Chemo Plague, it's out. The Ignite down onto Silas, onto Peakley, but he's able to heal so much from the Chemo Plague. He's able to live and get away with his life. No ult on the Silas means he's not able to find the Chemo Plague in return.
Such a clean dive bit on the side of ROTM. It just goes to show Peakley's so talented on this Vladimir.
Don't give him the sucky. Just don't give him that. That's all you have to do. But Reliable Kookie walking up way too far. Not gonna land, and he's just gonna be combo womboed into death. Beepot's claiming that one with the EQ forward.
ROTM's getting everything they want. They got 3 kills onto the Vladimir and 3 kills onto Ezreal. And
Silas, you gotta farm, buddy.
it's smelling disaster for TM right now.
Gotta farm, man. That's not what you want to be seeing here. As the solo laner of Tenchi, he's just not having a great game here, not a good showing. But it looks like Oath is looking to slash dash his way through. A lot of damage. There goes the last breath. He's looking for more under the tower, but there goes that Cryo Storm, keeping also away. But Orochi's coming in. He's looking to make something happen. Lifesteal coming in from the wave, but Orochi's trying to find, not able to find that knockup though. Able to dodge away from that Reaping Slash, able to dodge away from everything. There goes the Iron Spike quick under the tower. They're trying to find the knockup, but Oath not taken down. But here comes Shade Slayer. Does not have the Assault and Battery, but he is able to save his mid laner. And they're looking on Kookie again. They're able to find that everything. There goes that stun. There goes everything. Matsuro does not have the ultimate available just yet, but that is so much damage. Jinx just came back, and she's already chunked. And Matsuro has the 6, but the jungler has left the game. I'm expecting a pause very, very soon. But right now, things not looking too great for the side of Team Momus. But Hook gonna go slightly short. Oh, Matsuro just trying to find these angles, trying to find it, so he can guarantee the double knockup with the depth charge.
I think he already reconnected, so no pause coming through.
No pause. That's good for us. Makes things a little bit easier because of Riot's spectator client. You know, thanks, Riot. You know, could you get on that, please? Make things a little bit easier for us here at Legends Esports. But he's trying to find the hook again. Matsuro just not able to find it.
I am really surprised that Matsuro didn't start with a support item, and he is even in gold with the Seraphine.
Has the mobility boots as well. It's just not going the way of everything, and the Rift Herald being summoned behind the tower. Peakley just doing some decent damage to Southern Warrior, and this is going to be the first tower. Shadeslayer able to walk away, able to dodge away, and that is first tower because of the Rift Herald going over to Oath and Shadeslayer. Peakley taking a decent amount of damage there from the Anivia, But Oath looking to try and find something. There goes the airborne. He's going forward. Last breath is used. There goes the Kingslayer. Not able to find the knockup is the Vi, though, but that doesn't matter because they're just too far ahead. The wallet slap means a lot. And Orochi maybe able to find something. Hook gonna go. Here comes the depth charge onto the Seraphine. Does not have that beat drop just yet, but they're doing some decent damage. True Shot Barrage just not enough, but they're chunking the bot lane out again. But on the top side, we also have Southern Warrior taken down, but the stun on the tower. Peakley trying to get out. He is able to find his way with that pool of blood.
But Peakley dropping the dabbing Pango as he walks away.
Yep.
Not getting the kill, unfortunately, but he got a lot. He got the egg and he got the flash, so I think that's the next kill.
Oh, definitely. He should be very, very happy there. Sanguine Pool saved his life, though. Hook gonna go short once again. Monstro just pressuring these two, making sure they cannot farm. It's 37 CS to 84 in the bottom lane. It's 28 to 82 in the mid lane. Things are not going TM's way right now.
Vladimir finishing that Hextech Protovel, and that's just gonna... That's a power spike you don't want to see at 11 minutes.
That is a power spike and a half here. But they're just opting to shove in this bottom lane, maybe try and get some plates. Oath, once again, looking for something, looking for the knockouts, just looking for some free damage. Almost finished that shield, though. And they're going to be able to grab up some plates here on the bottom side. B-Pots, with the help of Matsuro, able to grab up some plates there. Sure, Orochi is strong, but I don't think he can stand up to the likes of Matsuro and B-Pots together.
I'd predict that Orochi would just get... He's getting form at 20 minutes, if that, with how behind he is. With,
Yeah, is this a TSM speaker replay here? Is this what I'm watching today?
like
But right now,
Rom,
yeah.
Like I said, Rom's definitely showing that they're the strongest 04 team in Pool A.
And they're the only 04 team in Pool A, but they're looking like the strongest for sure. You see pings towards the dragon, and Oath just claiming up the Scuttle Crab, so Orochi does not have the chance to grab that. And Oath just so far ahead, Peakley just so far ahead, everyone is so far ahead. And it's just not going the way of Rotom, or sorry, not of TM this time. And dash forward, there goes the Sanguine Pool, keeping him stuck, and Southern Warrior taking so much damage, Hemoplague goes out, and he's just gonna fall under his own tower. The Hemoplague Proc gonna take him down, Rampage for Peakley.
No flash and no egg, that's a dead chicken.
That is a very dead cryo chicken there. You know, flash frozen or fresh frozen, not really. But we do see some more fighting at the bottom side. There goes the depth charge onto two. They're able to find it, and Sonam taking very low, flashing away. B-Pot's trying to find something, but the G-Rob going to be dashed away with the arcane shift, trying to find more. B-Pot's dashing forward, but it's not enough. But the hook going to land, and they're looking for more onto. Oh, Q combo finding it onto that Seraphine under her own tier 2 before the tier 1 even falls. But here comes Oath looking for it. There goes the slash. Here comes the dash. Here comes everything. Last breath comes out, and this is a very dead Tenshi if he can find it. But the ignite comes out, and he's going to be able to claim that shutdown. And it's only 450 gold though. That is so unfortunate for the Silas. He played that so well, only to get 450 gold extra.
You don't want to give two solo laners their most played laner in one game. That's gonna be domination if you're the side of TM.
And first tower is already gone in the mid lane, and this bottom tower is not much for living as well. And Stoneham walking up way too far. Here comes the Assault and Battery going forward. That's a lot of damage. Dash 4 from Peakley, or from B-Pots, means that Shadeslayer claims the kill.
Peakley, B-Pots, they're both carrying right now.
They're both carrying really, really hard. Both 4 kills to their names. It's a little bit of a side lane kingdom here for Rotom in game number 2.
Side lane kingdom? I think it's all map kingdom.
It's a map kingdom. Yeah, that makes more sense, honestly. Map kingdom, Peakley performing, Oath performing, Shadeslayer performing, everyone's performing, and he's just going under the tower. Hemoplague comes out again. That's a lot of damage on the Southern Warrior. He's going to be taken down by the Ignite this time instead of the Hemoplague proc.
And that's top laner. I never want to give
Oh
Peakley.
no! Oath is looking for the rope. He's trying to find a Tenshi, trying to find something. Orochi dashing forward, trying to find something, but here comes the depth charge onto 2. There's the knockup. Here comes the True Shot Barrage onto 2, and B-Pots able to help Oath claim that kill. They're looking for the dive, potentially. They have 4 members here. Here comes Matsuro looking for the flank over. Knockup gonna not come through, but Matsuro might have stepped up way too far forward. Has no mana, cannot spider knot his way out of this one. Trying to find something. Here comes forward. There goes Shadeslayer dashing into the front line. Snowstorm is able to claim that one. Sonam claims 1, but it is gonna be a kill for Shadeslayer. Another kill for him as well, double for him. And they're looking for more, but Kuki has no mana, and neither does Oath. But the flash wall comes through, stun onto 2. Here comes the Scryo but Oath able to find a beautiful last breath onto Cookie. And he's looking for Southern Warrior as well. B-Pot still alive. Shadeslayer may have fallen, but the 2 carries are up.
You don't want to try to give this.
Looking for one, People slashed way too far forward, and the knockup comes through. 800 gold for Orochi, and Oath is looking for more. There goes the wall, blocking off his path, and Oath looking to try and at least take the egg form with him. He does, and he's trying. Here comes that lifesteal from the shield bow. It's so much, he's sustaining everything. The beat drop comes through, but he's looking for more Oath. Is he gonna find it? He's dashing for it, and he's just not able to find it. Sonam living, Orochi living on the edge of everything.
That was a bloodbath. Oh. So much shutdown for the Kane. He got a
Orochi
500 and a
so
300.
strong.
So I think that could potentially give the...
That's a win con.
That is a win con. That could give TM so much sustain in these fights and the front line that they needed.
Play through Orochi. He played incredibly well game number 1. He's playing really well here game number 2, trying to find every opportunity, taking everything. He's putting the game on his back. He's taking that lead backpack, putting it there, looking to try and make something happen here. But Pikley looking a little aggressive here. And there goes the dash forward, looking for more. The hook gonna go wide though, into the wall goes the Kane. Flash forward, Pikley able to do some decent damage though, but he gets stunned up by the Anivia. Cryostorm does come out, that's a lot of damage. And he's gonna walk away.
That stun saved the Kane there. He was
that's a very, very dead Kane. Hemoplague was available as well. But Southern Warrior looking for a little bit more. There goes the Cryostorm once again. And Pikley, just sustaining as Vladimir's do. But the entirety of the TM roster have rotated up to this top side except for the Jinx.
I don't think any low states are allowed in this series, that's for sure.
No, not allowed. That is against the rules. We just see constant invades, constant pressure coming in from ROTM, pushing in their lead. They are so far ahead in this early game. 10k up at 16 minutes. That is not what you want to see.
And that's with the shutdowns given a couple minutes earlier.
That's with the shutdowns given over as well. But Sonam did pick up one of those gold resets as well. She was 1 in 4. Did pick up that shutdown on, I believe, the Esbriel, if I'm not mistaken, or Shade Slayer, one of the two. But this Seraphine is worth gold once again, and that is a scary thought. Pikley dashing away, dodging forward, looking to try and run away though from this mid lane 2v2 or 2v1 rather. But this does mean the third dragon is Cloud Soul does go over, or Cloud Soul Point goes over to ROTM, and they want their ultimates ASAP. They want that last breath. They want that assault and battery. Kane finds a double knockup. They're looking to push forward. There goes that charge onto Orochi. Flash forward means a lot, but here comes the last breath onto Orochi. He's able to find Pikley with that ultimate, the Unworld Trespass. There goes the deep drop onto 2. Orochi's sustaining so much. They have no grievous wounds, and the Hemoplague comes forward. That's a lot of damage. Oath sustaining as much as he can. Pikley finds 1 though. Double kill for him. It's going to be a triple. Finds the ignite, and they are pushing forward with this Rift Herald. No charge has been used, and that means the first charge going down on the tier number 3, and they're looking to push forward really, really fast. And the smite comes through. They're looking for a little bit more, not able to find it though. They're looking for the in-hit at 18 minutes, very early. Pikley diving under the Nexus Tower is going to be taken down by the tower, and they're going to potentially take down a Nexus Tower at 18 minutes. The Rift Herald is going to fall. They're looking for a second Nexus Tower. Shade Slayer taken very low. There goes Silas, able to find that abduct, but Shade Slayer going to be taken out. Oath trying to find a little bit more, trying to dash forward. Tenchi very low as well though. And they're going to leave Oath as a sacrificial lamb. And the True Shot Barrage claims 1 on the back end. B-Pot's able to find another.
I've seen this one before.
Oh, B-Pots. Oh, B-Pots. They're trying, but Matsuro is there dashing away. There goes the hook. It lands onto Orochi. That's a lot of damage. Conqueror is proc, but B-Pot's going to be knocked up. Heal comes out. Orochi trying to find a little bit more. Locket comes out to try and protect him. He's dashing forward. He's looking for more Qs. Mystic shots over the wall. Matsuro might be the sacrificial lamb, and B-Pot's just calling out his team to die for him as he tries to run away and kite.
They just want to put on the show for the stream. That's what I'm thinking. Constant fight.
Still a 10k gold lead, though.
It's still a 10k gold lead, that is for sure. The shutdown going over to the Anivia, correct? The Vladimir?
Yeah, Pikley a little bit too far forward there.
Anivia was able to pick up 2 shutdowns there, so that's another win con.
Anivia does hit that positive breakpoint there, 3-3 and 2. Kanye Westham stuff that was a little strong though. Orochi taking just a big chunk of his health there with the electrocute, and Pikley is just unafraid to walk through the enemy jungle. Has the Hemoplague available, has that Sanguine Pool, And they're just looking to push this topside. Baron's just spawning up right now, and they're looking to do it. On spawn, potentially. Nope. Wait. Yes? Yes. They're doing it.
Piccolo does have his Rabadons completed, so...
Rabadons at 20 minutes. Let me say this again. Rabadons at 20 minutes.
I've seen this one before.
Yeah, that's scary.
I'm really surprised he didn't opt for Darksteel.
Yeah, I think he would have been a lot stronger with that Dark Seal. Would have lost all his stacks, though, with that dive onto Southern Warrior. But Baron picked up very, very early in the game once again, and they might look for another end on the Baron. Like they did in game number 1. They ended on that first Baron TP coming in from Oath. And they're looking to push through, push this, let this be the end. There's one Nexus turret alive. It's at just under 3/4 HP. Cryostorm is decent, but it doesn't mean enough, as that tower is just being shredded by the casters. Orochi trying to clear the wave, but the tower's gonna fall whether you like it or not. Piccolo dashing for Hemoplague onto 3. He's looking for more. Beat drop onto 3 as well, but the Sanguine Pool keeping him alive, but the knockups coming in from the Assault and Battery mean that everyone is staying alive. Only the Piccolo has fallen, but Shadeslayer taken very low, but oh, stuck in the fountain! The last breath taking him the wrong way, but Beepos trying his best to get away, and Beepos able to flash out and keep himself alive. Matsuro very low as well. Beepos looking to try and maybe poke out everyone. He has the range, he has everything going for him. He's able to dashboard, find everything, and that is a very, very dead Jinx. Cookie taken down by Beepos, and it's only Southern Warrior against the world, but 2 low health bars. Hope gonna go wide and flash forward, but the knockup's gonna come through, and that's a very, very dead Cryo Phoenix, but the Zoth Watch keeping her alive, but there goes everything, and the kitchen sink, which means ROTM take this game home, ending the series 2-0.
Going from the strongest 0-4 team, the strongest 1-4 team in Pool A. There were more than one 1-4 team, so that definitely is a true statement.
That can definitely be a true statement here. Making a statement here in game number 2. Taking this early game, sure, they had a couple blunders, but they were just flexing on us for stream. Let's be realistic here, boys. Played very well. Leads gotten everywhere. And I mean everywhere. The only thing that was remote, not even the jungle, actually. Not even Orochi was able to outpace his partner, which is very interesting to see. Even though he was 6-4 and 3. But overall, though, well played.
He was just way too far behind after giving Piccolo that double kill. And the Vi was able to just ramp up momentum.
Shadeslayer just getting the Vi twice in a row, finding the ganks, finding everything. And, you know, getting those 2 assists definitely helps out a lot there. And what more can I say than ROTM played very well? Beepot's getting so much comfort there with Beepot's Oath and Piccolo and Shadeslayer and Matsuro just all being on comfort picks there. I mean, what more can I say? They got the champs they wanted, and they played it to perfection.
I want to know how much Piccolo paid to get his Vladimir in this game.
True. PayPal when? Question mark. Yeah. So, the player of the game poll is open in case you guys do want to, you know, give a little love to your player of the game who you think deserves that one. And we'll be heading over to a quick break as we, you know, just chill out here, mellow out, and take a little look at a breakdown before we do end tonight's stream. So we'll be right back in just a couple minutes, and we'll see you guys there.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the conclusion of Week 5 of LAS Premade. We have our final player of the game. It's none other than Big P himself, Peakley, going 8-2-4 on the Vladimir. And oh my, what a night we had in store for us tonight. So definitely a big night for ROTM, as they were definitely in need of a win tonight. Being in that 0-4 position is not where you want to be at the end of Week 5, and 0-5 would have been very unfortunate. So that is definitely a huge win for them to give them a little bit more of those playoff hopes. I have seen it before. These teams that are 1-4, 0-5 come back and claw their way into that last little playoff spot, and then they can perform. Those are the ones that show that they can perform. So it's really fun to watch. Watch this resurgence of the potential resurgence here of ROTM. But we are closing out the show tonight soon, so I'm going to bring back my casters, and we're just going to chat a little bit about what we saw in these two games. So Salt and Mel, two very strong games from ROTM tonight. What did we think of that first game one?
Well, I think game one was definitely the B-Pot show. Peakley definitely held so much of his own on the top side after, the unfortunate gank that did happen. But B-Pot's, just doing his job there on the Ezreal, being that backline artillery. Peakley helping facilitate that by being that big juggernaut in the front line. Just tanking up, soaking all of that damage. And game number two was the Peakley show this time. Everyone held their own, but Peakley was definitely a shining star there, putting out a lot of damage on the Vladimir, shutting down those lanes, and, picking up an early double kill on that very weak early game champion. What more can I say? Peakley did so much work there.
How about you, Melly?
I do have to agree with that first game being B-Pot's show. They showed that even though it's a safe lane, they were able to scale up, and the Thresh showing dominance over that Nautilus, not letting him step up, and overall more presence so that B-Pots could do whatever he wants to get his items and then win the game.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Matsuro, though, played incredibly well both games.
Yeah, Matsuro was kind of a beast tonight, and again, in a support like that, when you're able to give them those utility hook kind of champions, there is a lot that can be done with them, and a lot of the times tonight we saw the pairing of B-Pots and Matsuro kind of going crazy together. So it's nice seeing that that kind of synergy from the ROTM bot lane as well too. But that game one, we saw a little bit of back and forth, but then it came a certain point where ROTM picked up the Baron. They got a nice big siege off and ended up closing it out. But that game two was even more dominant, I would say, from ROTM. What do you guys think?
I agree with that. There were blunders, yes, but they just maintained a gigantic goalie the entire time.
Yeah, they gave them so much comfort picks, and they showed why they're comfort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this on what we see on the TV right here. Name a more iconic duo. This is a comfort pick for Peakley. He is very good with this champ. He's shown us across multiple splits what he can do with his Vladimir. So I think it's got to be a must ban unless you have a really good answer to dealing with this Vlad. And from what I saw, there were some nice Anivia stuns that came through, and we saw running through the jungle there that Kane had his life saved by the Anivia, but there weren't really a lot of big answers to say, what can we do to make sure we stop this Vlad in his track, that he doesn't run out of our backline, that he doesn't just get a big Hemo Plague. I think when you're going up against ROTM, I think these teams need to keep in mind, okay, if we are going to leave this Vlad up, we need an answer for it. What that answer is going to be, question mark on that one. But, at that point, if you don't have that answer, is it just worth the ban?
Mm-hmm.
But lads, any other final points here on the night before we end things out?
Congratulations for ROTM picking up their first win. 2-0 clean series 2. What more can you say? They're on the roll. They're trying to claw their way back. We'll see if they're able to do it in the coming weeks.
How about you, Mel? Final closing words for the night?
Shout out to Big P pulling it out. We know draft is rough for you, buddy, but we're glad Premade is working out.
Well, with that, guys, that will conclude our show for tonight. So this will round out week 5 of the LAS Premade. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night for week 5 of LRS Premade. And we got, I believe it's ATIT versus off against CFLO. So make sure to tune in support the boys here, support those teams, come in, participate in those predictions, because I always appreciate that when Twitch chat gets involved as well too. Also, big shout out to our two lovely classers tonight, Salt Spreader and Meliodas. You guys did a fantastic job. But other than that, we are going to be closing out tonight, so have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Hope you are all staying safe and healthy, and that'll be it from us tonight. Gurf out, and we will see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. EST.